There's a woman in our audience who wrote in about her amazing husband, Rod, and she's an Army captain and kindergarten teacher, and when she's deployed, Rod has to take the role of both parents to their 7 children. Here's their story.
Hello, my name is Michelle Churland, and I am a captain in the United States Army Reserve.
Hi, I'm Rod Churland, and I am a correctional officer, and when my wife has gone away on deployments, I do a dual parent role.
We met through a mutual friend, and it was love at first sight. And I said, "Do you have kids?" And he said, "Yes, I have a handful. They're all girls." I was like, "Oh, well, I have boys." Like, see, that's good. I can give you some boys. We got married, and we decided I'd go to the Army Reserve Center to go get my name changed from my maiden name to Churland. When we got there, the first sergeant pulled me aside and said, "I hate to tell you, but you're going to be deployed." And it was actually 22 days after we got married that I had to leave.
With her actually deploying, I just felt like this is my duty too, you know, to support her and support the troops. And I really embraced it because it was just all new to me.
He always puts other people before himself, like no matter what. Like his happiness doesn't matter. It's all about everybody else.
Last deployment, back to Afghanistan, I was a captain. You know, there's more responsibility with more rank. As a soldier, you're supposed to be really tough inside, and there's no emotion behind you. You go and get your job done, and that's it. But there's the human element, and I think as a mother, you now embrace, especially with my sons, 20 and 19, that's the age of the soldiers that were driving through the combat zone. I'm lucky enough that everybody came home again on this tour as well. She's on the Armed Forces Network, and we would just gather around Ellen's show and just be like, because it just for a second, you're gone. It just gives you that happy for a second in this place that's just absolutely evil. There's all of a sudden this bright light of happy. And she made everything okay. You know, just for that brief moment, everything was okay.
Come on down, Michelle and Rod. How long have you been in the military?
I've been in for 20 plus years, 22 years.
22 years.
Yes, and before that, I was working over at Chuck E. Cheese, and now I'm on the Ellen Show. Yeah. Oh my God!
As Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I was.
You were actually Chuck E. Cheese himself?
I was. Shh, don't tell your kids.
Right.
It was me.
So you've been in the military so longer than, but you were a mom. Did you think when you became a mom, did you think maybe I should leave the military and
I was active duty first, and then when I had the children, or I had my son Dylan, that's when I decided to go leave the military, but then I couldn't stay away, and I loved the camaraderie, and I became a reservist.
Yeah, and so when she's gone, then you get married, and when she's gone, then you had to take on the role of both parents, as we said.
Correct, yeah. I mean, when she left, a lot of it was just trying to get the routine going, keep the consistency and stuff, so, you know, if it meant going through the day where things were running a little press and stuff, and the kids were, you know, worried about how they were looking and stuff. I used to build model cars as a kid and stuff, and I thought, you need help doing your nails? I mean, I could do this.
You
know,
did
come
their
on,
nails.
you know, I'd sit there, paint their nails, you know, hey, flour, no problem, you know, whatever.
Wow, you can do a flower on a nail, that's impressive.
You know, as long as the brush is fine, I'm good.
Wow, you know the brushes to use that's really impressive. And you're a kindergarten teacher as well,
I
right?
do. I teach kindergarten at Creo Ranch Elementary School.
Yeah, and that school is basically, well, tell everyone about the school.
The school's a magnet school for visual and performing arts, and we got a grant that was fantastic. You know, and now the grant has ended. It was 3 years, and now it's going to. But we were able to get keyboards and guitars and all these things. And right now we're just paying for teacher salaries, so we're doing a lot of fundraising. But it's a very nice school.
The teachers have to buy a lot of the supplies and everything. Yeah, most of the supplies.
Yeah, we drain. I buy a little too much, I think, than what he wants me to. But
well, we want to help out the schools because I know that means a lot to you because you're going to school to get your master's as well. So my friends at Shutterfly want to help, and they're going to give your school $15,000. Wow! Okay.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, the two of you. I know you've been wanting to go on a family vacation, so Shutterfly wants to help capture all the moments. They're going to send you on a 7-day, your entire family on a 7-day cruise to the Mexican Riviera.
Oh!